The restoration of McMaster Street in East Belfast brought new life to this rare example of the city's polychrome artisan terrace homes and produced valuable insights into making older houses more energy efficient without compromising their character. The work of Hearth and Clanmill Housing Association sets an example of how a scientific but sensitive approach can be used to save heritage buildings.
Well, McMaster Street is unique in Northern Ireland in being both a listed building and a conservation area. So the whole terrace is listed, both sides of the street, and to protect their setting as well, they're also a conservation area. So it was a very good example where anything you did to look after the buildings would be protected, whereas if you did something in a similar street elsewhere in the area, the chances are the area would be pulled down, as is happening so often with those streets.
Being two up, two down houses and having very tight internal spaces, trying to make these into a standard of modern living was really one of the main challenges, as well as making sure that these properties were fit for modern day living. So having all of the facilities that a new build property would have, trying to meet the energy efficient standards of a new build property, the heating standards of a new build property was all really, really important on this scheme. We made sure that we reinstated the original panelled doors, timber sash windows, and made sure that the roofs were also slated with natural slate. We made sure we went back to the original brick finish. Some of the properties had been pointed in cement and we made sure they were repointed in lime. Some of the properties had been rendered in cement and we would have taken the cement render off and reinstated the original brickwork. We were able to carry out research with Queen's University, and that started to give us a bit of an insight into which insulation worked best. Turning two of those two up, two down houses into one 3-bed property was a challenge, but actually one that was not too difficult. We ended up with very substantial spatial arrangements, much bigger than you would have on a new build project as well. The restoration of the properties were a catalyst for other people to see what could be done, see what was possible, and to be inspired by it. And some of them actually started doing up their own properties as well. Other people in the street start to realise what they actually have and what they're living in, and start to look after it themselves. So I absolutely love that that's what the scheme did in McMaster Street.